It's Beer and Food O'Clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and today we're going to be taking a look at Guinness Cheddar. Look at that. Described as a perfectly balanced cheddar infused with a distinctive flavour of Guinness. So, oh, look at this. You can easily just rip it open. Oh, there it is. It looks a bit, don't know, look at it, it's a bit rubbery, bit. And actually, yeah, it's cheddar, but with a distinctive smell of Guinness. Let's grab a knife. And slice them off, here we go. So look at it. Oh, before I do, let's get the beer out. We have a Top Out Brewery First Ascents Black Forest Gateau Stout. And that's coming in at 5.7% ABV in a 330 bottle, black bottle cap. Here we go. Almost forgot about the beer then. So intrigued was I by the Guinness Cheddar. Right, there's a look at the beer. Looks good. Let me put it down for a minute. Let me get my plan into action. Back in a moment. I'm going to do a cheese and beer pairing in a moment, but what I'm going to do, I just want to see what this Guinness cheese is like cooked. So we're going to cut some up and we're going to make a good old-fashioned cheese toastie. Now the method I was always told to make a cheese toastie, butter the bread, which I have done, but what you do is you spin it over so the butter side is on the outside. So the butter's on the outside. And then you put the toastie in the machine, feel the hiss, close that down. While that's cooking, let's get into the beer. Okay, toastie's cooking. Bit of a mad scramble that. Right, got some cheese, got some beer. What does the Guinness cheese taste like? Without it being cooked. Yeah, that's a bit. It's a bit. I'm a big, massive fan of kind of mature cheddars. I think this would have been better being a mature cheddar, a really strong cheddar with a bit more Guinness. Make the cheese brown or black like a proper stout. Who cares? That would be really funny. A bit like the Burt's crisps, the Guinness crisps. They're kind of like almost black, and I think that's the way to do it. I don't think people will be put off too much if the cheese was, because I mean, let's be fair, let's have a look at it now. It's all speckly, it doesn't look great to begin with, does it? With it being so bendy and floppy. Let's try it with a beer. Beer and cheese is just, oh, my absolute favourite. Black Forest Gateau Stout with a Guinness cheese. As you see with the beer, I've been messing around with a toasty machine for a couple of minutes and talking about cheese. That's a really good sign for this beer. It's jet black in the glass. It's held its head really well. Look, as you rock the beer back and forth, you've got a good level of carbonation. The beer chasing the head of the glass. Look at that, it looks terrific. The aroma, I didn't do the aroma, we'll do that now. Yeah, proper stout, but with like Black Forest Gateau qualities. I'm gonna say traditional British hops is how they've kind of managed to do this. Quite a lot of them. You've got some plum, some fig, and some prune flavours going along there. And when you add a lot of traditional hops, that's what you get from a stout. It goes over from being lemony and kind of slightly grapefruity and orange peely to put it in a stout with roasted malt. It goes over to being plum, fig and prune. So that's how they've been able to get around being, with it being called a Black Forest Gateau Stout. I doubt very much, we'll read the back of the label in a moment, but I can almost guarantee that they didn't throw a couple of Black Forest Gateaus in this beer. I can almost promise you that. It's all done with hops. Mouthfeel terrific. A real velvety, chocolatey, medium mouthfeel. Chocolate, coffee, caramel from the roasted malt. A little bit of sweet caramel, a little bit of bitter chocolate, and some lovely kind of like roasted coffee qualities coming through. And then plum, fig, prune on the back end. Mouthfeel's incredible. Good levels of carbonation. Terrific, terrific beer. Right, here we go. I doubt they chucked Black Forest Gateau in the stout. First Ascents by Top Up Brewery features a range of experimental and limited edition brews named after the famous German Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte, a boozy chocolate sponge cake with a cherry filling and lots of cream. Oh, sounds amazing. This rich, thick and sweet stout is brewed with sweet cherries, vanilla pods, cacao and lactose. So okay, fair enough, they've actually used cherries in the beer. Yeah, I don't read labels before I do beer reviews. If I read labels, then I more or less would be saying to you, there's a bit of cherry in here, and that's because I read the label. And it don't quite add up, does it? I'd rather be honest, give my own personal opinions first, and then let the brewer tell me what's on the side of the bottle. There is cherries, and on the second taste, third taste, yeah, most definitely you do get an element of that cherry. But I think it could easily be, you could easily miss that and call it plum, fig, prune, kind of dark fruits coming from the hops in the beer also. Vanilla pod, cacao and lactose. Yeah, I love lactose in beer. Our beers are unfiltered, unfined and unsuitable for vegetarians. Contain sediment, so store upright, pour gently and enjoy. What a terrific, terrific beer this is. You get the cacao nibs, you definitely get a little bit of that vanilla also. Perfect. Now, I've actually been brewing myself with Top Out Brewery. We brewed Simon Saison, a cherry and berry Saison, which is awesome. Should we check the cheese toasty? I'm not going to grab the camera and set it up over there now. I'm just going to go over by there and grab it. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, come on, come with me. How's that? Oh, okay. Where are we? Plate, can you see the plate? Plate needs to be over here. Oh, look at that, guys. Nice bit of brown bread. Perfect. That's switched off. We'll leave that to cool down. Grab a tripod. Come with me again. All off the cuff. No rehearsals. We just boom, we just get on with it. Right, there's the cheese toast. I've got a little bit of brown sauce left. Just enough, look in the bottom of the bottle of the brown sauce. I'm scraping the barrel. Right, stick that there. Let's cut. Just going to quickly cut these in half. What I find really interesting about these cheese toasties is they haven't kind of like run. They haven't. The cheese has not run out the sides, which you normally get from a cheese toasty. Oh man alive, they look amazing. Here we go. Brown sauce. Okay, I'm finally ready. Got my Black Forest Stout beer, about to melt my face off with some molten cheese. Look at that for a cheese toasty. None of it was timed. I just kind of slapped it in. We just off the cuff beer reviews here, but it's turned out quite perfect. Here we go. Right. The cheese tastes a lot better cooked. It's sweated and it like fried itself. You get more of that kind of fatty cheese, lovely flavour. You get a little bit of that Guinness, amazingly. Is there brown sauce here? Yeah, why not? Yeah, the point is, without the brown sauce, you definitely get some of that Guinness. Lovely, really good. On the beer, the pairing, the Guinness cheese toasty, the beer, look at the quality. I mean, I've not messed about with this beer, I've not really spun it up. Look at the quality of that beer, look at the head. I've been talking for God knows how long now, maybe 10 minutes, and the head on the beer has just kept itself wonderfully well. What a really well conditioned, well brewed beer. Amazing stuff, and really it goes really well with the cheese toasty. Let's get some more. It's cooled down a little bit now. You can see the Guinness cheese, look, it's spilling out all over the place. And again, it's very similar to Welsh Rarebit. You'll often see me lunchtime just whack a cheese toasty in, or cheese on toast, or something quick and easy. It takes a couple of minutes. The bread is crispy, the cheese is flavoursome. It's not the most mature cheddar out there. As I mentioned earlier, I prefer it to be a little bit more mature, a little bit more flavoursome. But it's kind of works with the Guinness somehow. Well done, whoever makes this. Who makes? I doubt it's Guinness. It'll be a food company. Just says Guinness Cheddar. GuinnessCheddar.com. It must be a cheese company. I'll Google it and mention something in the comments box. Okay, that's a look at Guinness cheese toasty, and a Black Forest Gateau Stout. Not bad for lunchtime, yeah? Rating, the beer for me, stonking. 10 out of 10. Absolutely 10 out of 10 beer for me. 5.7% ABV. Drinks like an absolute sensation. I'm a massive fan of stouts. It's January. I've been out for a walk this morning for a few miles. Come back, a bit cold. So Guinness Stout. Blimey, I'm swearing at the brewery now. Top Out Brewery, First Ascents, Black Forest Gateau Stout is tremendous. Tremendous on a winter's day. And the Toasties, well, can't go wrong with them. I'll rate the cheese. Let me rate the cheese, because I can't rate my own cooking. That'd be silly, wouldn't it? The cheese, the Guinness Cheddar, for me, gets a... I don't know, I don't think it's that great, to be honest. I think it's a 6 at best. 6 out of 10. I want some more mature... I want some really strong... When you think of Guinness, you think of strong, yeah? Stout means strong. I want my Guinness Cheddar to be strong and mature. And I want more Guinness flavour out the cheese, just up it a bit. And maybe even make the cheese black. Who cares what it looks like as long as it tastes good. Thanks for watching. Put your comments in the comments box. Please subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.